what small things are you doing each day that actually set you up to win? And this could be on a number of different levels. I'm going to try and throw out a number of different maybe questions in this show. I'll try and answer a few of them and maybe just let you guys answer a few of them as well. Hopefully you will answer a few of them and you'll go and make some changes eventually as well. Not eventually, immediately. If you make them anyway. Acting too fast is not great as well, as what I'm saying. So think about when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel? This for me is always absolutely number one. And I have 2 or 3 different checkpoints that I will go through. And this sounds a little bit anal. And I did say in the intro that some of this might sound anal, and it does. But if you want to look, feel, and perform better, which is essentially what I'm trying to help people do, what we are always trying to help people do here at In a Fight, then there needs to be a little bit of attention to detail going on. So my number one checkpoint when I get out of bed in the morning is when my feet hit the floor, how do I feel? How does my body feel? And it's like almost like an instantaneous split-second scan of, okay, how do my feet feel? Will my feet, and trust me, it's not as long-winded as this, but these are all the things that are going through my mind when my feet hit the floor. Are my feet tight? What do my calves feel like? Are my hamstrings tight? Are my Achilles tight? Is my back okay? What does my neck feel like? How's my head? What's going on? So it's like this split-second scan of what's happening. Another touch point that I'll have first thing in the morning, and that will let me know my readiness to train, combined with actually getting down the stairs in my house. Now, I don't have a huge set of stairs at home, but I have a set of stairs that I have to navigate down every morning. And if I've had a high volume of training or even a high volume of stress, it will be noticeably harder to get down those stairs first thing in the morning. So if I have had that, or maybe if I haven't, and I'm finding it difficult to walk down the stairs, or that scan that I've done of my body when I've got out of bed, then, or one or both of these, if something is telling me that I'm not quite right, then I would immediately start thinking about how I'm going to go about the day and what sort of additional stress I'm going to put my body under. I find those 2 things, there's a couple of other little bits and pieces as well, and without going into too much detail, I think it's always super important to be aware, stroke conscious of what's actually coming out of your body first thing in the morning. I think you know what I'm talking about here. Consistency in color is super important, and maybe we'll get a poop specialist in at some stage, but that will also tell you what sort of state you're in. We talk about it a lot. One of the biggest ways to know how hydrated you are is the color of your urine. And to be honest, one of the best ways to know how your digestive system's working, and why is it important to know how your digestive system's working? It's important to know because that's where you're getting your energy from, is to check what's happening with your poop. And if it's inconsistent, then in both texture, yeah, this is gross, and also color, if it's inconsistent in texture and color without reason, then maybe you've got a problem. And that would lead to why you might have energy fluctuations during the day. You might have energy fluctuations when you're training, because maybe there's a blockage in your body. Maybe your body is not digesting the food properly, or maybe the food that you're putting in is absolute shit anyway, and it's not, therefore not able to digest it properly. So you're almost behind the pack, or behind the 8 ball, if you want, as it were, before you've even gone out and tried to do something. Not even training. It could be as much as actually functioning as a human being. You're not going to be able to do that if your poop and your urine is not working properly. So there's those small checkpoints, which are actually quite big checkpoints, that I just encourage people to check in with each morning as they wake up. This will let you know maybe what action you need to take or action you don't need to take. It might make you stop doing something during the day, as well as give you the green light to do what you have planned during the day. And then we go into, as I said, a normal morning routine, whatever it would be. Mine is immediately when I get down the stairs, if I get down the stairs safely and everything's good, despite, well, I don't often fall down the stairs, but I'll get down the stairs and I'll immediately have about half a liter of water. A, because I'm thirsty, and B, because, well, I'm thirsty because I haven't had a drink through the night. I don't drink much water in the night. Holly drinks an incredible amount of water in the night. If I drank the same amount of water that she drinks in the night, there is no way I would get a good night's sleep. I'll be up 3 or 4 times. She can do it about 750 to a liter in the night. And to be honest, I think sometimes it's almost like she's sleep drinking. Does anyone else out there sleep drink? I don't know. Anyway, so I'll have that glass of water. I'll then go into a stretch because I want my body to feel good. And some mornings, that's 5 minutes. It's a max of about 8 to 10 minutes. But it's just something that I'm making sure that I get in every single day. That over time, and I've been doing it for quite a few years now. It's actually on my YouTube channel as well. It's called 5-Minute Flow Routine. I don't follow that one exactly anymore. I just sort of freestyle based on how I'm feeling and how those first checks have gone. But what that allows me to do, and someone might argue and say, well, 5 minutes of mobility yoga does you absolutely no favors. And if you want to argue that, go ahead and argue that. I feel great from it. I feel good physically from it, and also feel quite good mentally from it because I finish it off with some breath work that doesn't take more than 2 minutes, but feels really good and just calms me down. I'm in a calm state anyway, first thing in the morning, but I feel sets me up really well for the day. And again, something tiny, takes 5 to 8 minutes. Yes, for some people, they're going, how the hell do I get this in? Because when I wake up, I can't even think straight because I've got kids pulling at my hair. Like, I get it. We're all in different places. These are just the things that I found work pretty decent for me, and also for people that I coach or have coached and still do coach as well. And another big thing, which I actually don't do first thing in the morning, is a journal or a gratitude journal, but I do spend some time working on a little bit of mindfulness, a little bit of solitude, just sit for a few minutes. Some days that's actually sitting with Holly in silence. She's like, you're being very quiet this morning. I say, yeah, I'm just processing a few different things. Maybe I'm having a moment of gratitude, solitude, call it what you will. There is a little bit of difference there. Sometimes in solitude, there's not a whole heap of gratitude. I'm more processing thoughts. What I'm getting at is small things along the way. I've just given some examples of the morning. You would also have these in the afternoon or evening as well, all throughout your day. Just little things that you do that actually bring, I would say, almost a disproportionate, you'd like to believe that they bring a disproportionate amount of benefit.